Yeah, assalamu alaikum. This is Brother Clifton Raheem Bradley. And you know what? I'm gonna get straight to the point. You know what? We're gonna help you with. She's gonna help you with health and wealth, and we're gonna talk about stem cells. My guest today is Miss Latif from TBT Empowerment. And can you tell us, first of all, thank you for accepting the invitation to come on the Underground Railroad
Okay.
podcast. And salam alaikum to you.
Well, smile.
Yes. Sister, can you tell us first of all, what is TBT Empowerment? What is that all about? Because we're going to help you with the health and the wealth. You know what? The government shutdown is over. Okay. So what does that mean?
Thank you for having me on your show, Raheem.
Yes, ma'am.
The way we met, it was a blessing in terms of running into you. And you said you knew my father, so I knew I had to do your show. Um, but TBT means truth be told. And truth be told really started with my mentor. Okay. My mentor of 36 years, his name is Shaykh. And he's prevalent in the community. You may know him, but he's been around a long time. But the whole focus of truth be told is to work in our community to make it better. So whatever we're doing in terms of our actions, whether it's economically, socially, morally, spiritually, financially, we work with people to improve the lives of the people around us. We drop the buckets where we are. And so if I'm doing well in my household, I have to be concerned with my neighbors and I have to be concerned with what's going on around me. So our focus is whatever we learn, whatever we're able to do, we have to share that and empower the people so that they can do well as well, to do good as well. And that's
And,
just an
and let me
extension of
ask you
who we
something.
are.
Yeah, you're helping with health and wealth. Okay, how do you start out? How does your non-for-profit organization start out with helping? Because I'm sure people want to know. You know, they're listening. Wealth. What are you talking about? Help with wealth. What are you talking about? Tell us. Can you expand upon that, please?
Yes, health and wealth. So, like I just said, it really starts. So, we're an organization and we have a mosque. Okay. So, we have a mosque on 75th and St. Lawrence, and it's a group of us. And we believe that we should work to improve the community around us. That's just our goal. So, my godmother, her name is Ameena Matthews. I'm just telling you the foundation of how we got started. She was with something called Violence Interrupters. And so she would have us to support her when she was going out and she was engaging with people in the community to show support of that. And the first interaction that I had, because I was a teacher before, was at a school where one of my students got murdered.
What school?
Somebody,
What school was that?
it was Finger High
Okay.
School.
Okay.
Finger. So this all started in this particular student got hit upside the head with some kind of wooden device, and he passed away. And so it was a lot of people in pain. So we all felt a need. That's how she started. She felt a need to be able to console people and to be able to support people and to stop this nonsense. So this started out, a documentary was created. So we started going to the neighborhoods, right? Whenever she heard something, we were on the scene to try to support her in making the lives better, to let the people know that they had resources. So here we are, we show up, right? But when we're showing up, we have to have something. We have to have solutions for the people. And so we started to be able to listen to the people and what they needed. And the issues were financial issues, health issues. These are some of the things that are plaguing the community, not having enough resources.
Yeah.
Okay.
How does your organization help out? And I know people are waiting to hear because you know what they say the economy is great. A lot of people in my neighborhood is not. But how do you specifically help out with the wealth to gain and maybe a residual income? Or I'm just using that word. How do you help out with wealth?
Thank you for asking that. Two ways. Number one, we're licensed investors. So if you have money, we teach you, we educate you in investment. So we educate you on how to grow your money. We simplify it because a lot of times people don't even know what to do and they're scared. But not only that, people not only scared, but they need somebody trustworthy because we've trusted people and they've taken advantage of us. So, truth be told, that's what we represent. The truth, we need people to believe in people again. We need people to believe that there's somebody else that has their best interests. So, we're a reflection of that. We're not going to take advantage of the people. So, that's one of the ways how we help people grow well. The second way is I got something phenomenal that people don't even know about, and that is stem cell activation.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Please expound upon that, please.
So stem cell activation is something, it's just a little patch and it's revolutionary and it's nothing in it. It's non-transdermal. And what you do is you just take it off, you peel it, and you wear it on your body like that. And what happens is the light in your body reflects and bounces back into your body off this patch to activate something called stem cells.
Okay.
Stem cells help to repair and regenerate the body, right?
Yes.
And so, with that said, it's all natural. And some of the testimonials that we've had are mind blowing. I've just gotten
Can I
going.
tell you something? You're blowing my mind right now. Stem cells. Go ahead.
I just got introduced to it about 90 days ago, and it helped to heal my ankle. And I said, what? I had the ankle problem for 5 or 6 years. I said, what? I went to doctor, specialist. Nobody had a solution. It blew my mind. But then I started to hear other people in terms of how it reversed major issues with their body. I'm talking about getting off of dialysis.
Wow.
I'm talking about reversal of congestive heart failure.
Wow.
It doesn't heal you. It doesn't. In other words, this little patch is not something that is something in it that's going to heal you. It just uses your own body to heal itself. So then I said, everybody has to know about it.
Yeah, how do I get one? How do I get one? I mean, people that, and if you want to call in, you know what, the telephone number is 312-884-9757. You know what? You're telling me all these great things. How does me and my audience get one?
Yeah,
what is the
absolutely.
process? Do we need Medicare? Is it free? What do we do?
No. So basically, you can contact me. I'm TBT Empowerment. Okay, but you can text me at my number, but this is called the X39. If you research it, it's all on YouTube. You're going to hear about all the testimonials that people are having, right? And so that's how you get it, just by contacting me, right, with my number 773-206-6334. That's how you get this. And I can.
Now, wait a minute, sister. If they ain't got a phone, how do they email you?
Okay, yeah. So tbtempowerment@gmail.com, tbtempowerment@gmail.com.
I just said to be animated. So you know what? Then is it free? Do
No,
they
it's
need
not.
Medicare? Or do they need what's HM? Okay.
So this here, you get 30 in here, and it's $99.99 for a 30-day supply. So that's about $3.30 per day, right? But I've had people on limited income, and I put this patch on them, the pain went away. They said, I need this, I want this. So it just depends on what's important to you in your life. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. You telling me this is the price of a cell phone bill? Is that what you're telling me? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
absolutely. It just depends on what's important to you. But I had people say, "Hey, I need this," and that's how I responded to it. I said, "Hey, I need this," and then not only that, so we're talking about wealth, how we're going to build the wealth. Nobody knows about it in the African American community. Nobody's wearing it. I have a vision. Me and my we have a vision that everybody's going to have one of these walking around on them on the back of their neck, and you're going to be responsible for pushing that out, and you're going to get big blessings for helping people heal them, and you're going to get compensated well for that. And so the resources, this is one of the ways to get that, to get out of poverty, to have enough income so we could be who we're supposed to be, live like we're supposed to live, and be happy. We got it.
Mhm.
We got it.
I would like to ask you for GP, general information, or GP. uh, is this a non-for-profit organization? Is it um is it for profit?
Okay, so TBT in itself is not for profit, but we have for profit businesses to be able to fund our non for profit works
Wow.
because we have to live. Things cost money.
Mhm.
But the way we get the profit is by helping people. We have everything to make people's lives better. And so, we want people to be happy with us. We want people to be happy. And so, the money flow comes as a result of that.
Okay, alhamdulillah, all praises to the Allah. Do y'all hear you? Now, that you know what, there are people looking, they saying, wow, you know what, these are two Muslims speaking. Is this for everybody, not just Muslims? Is this for all people?
This is for all people. This is for all people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where it is. I mean, who doesn't want to have their stem cells reactivated? So stem cells. Let me go back to that. Stem cells go dormant at age 30. 50% of your stem cells go dormant.
Mm-hmm.
At age 60, 90% go dormant, which
Mm-hmm.
means that, so you walk in a room, you forget your keys. Grandma broke this, she fell over, she broke her hip. It's slow to recover, slow to heal,
Mm-hmm.
right? So everybody needs their stem cells activated. So a 21-year-old doesn't have that problem. Okay. So all this is reactivation of your stem cells. And like I said, we have phenomenal testimonials about it.
And something I was reading the bio and said that you help people. I have something to do with burial because there are a lot of people that die and they do not have any insurance. And there are a lot of drive-bys, but there's people that die and then they have to go around collecting from family to family and hoping that a family will give this. So you specifically help people with I think burials are insurance. Can you elaborate on that?
Absolutely. Let's go back to when we were on, let's say we were in a community with the violence interrupters. Well, people were getting shot. And so we were attending the funerals. And so what we started to find was that people were passing the hat to ask to bury their loved ones. So we saw a big need with that. And so as a result, that's one of the ways we started our finance business. Okay. And so the finance business includes being able to offer life insurance if you don't have $15,000, $20,000 sitting in the bank. You need something, you know what I mean? So that's one way we help people to bury their loved ones. Is yeah.
Alhamdulillah, all praises to the Allah. And this is a good thing because, like I said, there are a lot of families, and you know what they think about today, but they don't think about the hereafter and the effects. I mean, how much can a funeral be these days for individuals that, like me, that don't know how much?
And that's very interesting that you asked that question because what we see is a trend right now, and we believe that this trend is based on the amount of money people have. People want to save money, and so what they're doing now to their people, their loved ones, is they're cremating them. And so by them cremating them, it's like $7,000. So if they got $15,000 life insurance policy, they say, "Oh man, I can work. I'll be able to have about 8,000 to be able to do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying, or 9,000, whatever that number is, 7,000." And so instead of using the money to bury people now because the casket's so expensive, the bury plot plot is so expensive. Everything, the headstone is so expensive, right? So they are cremating their people. So it's about 15,000. But if you think about even the past, we didn't have to have all this money to be able to bury loved ones. You just put it. You went to back in the South. Hey, you you picked up, you went in the back, and you put them in a wooden box. The carpenter did that, and we put them in the ground. Now it's a business.
Now, let me tell people out there, for people, I'm deviating for a minute. When you do a janaza, that's like an Islamic um, funeral. What, we don't spend a whole lot of money, but different denominations have different belief systems. And it
Mhm.
sounds like you're respecting all denominations, no matter what they are. Can you elaborate on it?
Yeah, I mean, of course, we respect everybody because we feel everybody's from the Creator, and so I'm no one's judge, and I didn't create them, so I don't know who they are.
Mhm.
And so because of that, even, and this is some of the teachings that, my mentor has, helped us with, is that, you don't know who is who. And we could go into stories of the Old Testament in terms of people coming to people like Moses, alayhi salam. I just have to mention him. He was praying he had a headache and he was praying for some relief. And then somebody came to knock on his door that looked like a bomb. He said, "Get away, get away." When in fact, that was the person who had the remedy for his situation. So we don't know who is who. So
Okay.
we're taught to
And and,
respect
you-
everybody.
and your powerful organization, TBT, okay, empowerment. Do you need people to help in the endeavor to get the word out, and people to help? And do you have jobs that are available where they could be people could be gainfully employed?
Okay. So yeah, we're not W-2. I'm gonna keep it transparent. We're not W-2, but we believe in being self-reliant and independent, right? And so we got to be able to help ourselves because of what's going on. It's a systematic intention to be able to wipe our wealth out, right? Look at the tax increases, look at the inflation. They just came up with something where the professional degrees, they're not going to consider them professional degrees anymore, like the nurse practitioners and the teachers. Well, this is how we actually became middle class, through these kinds of jobs. So now you want to wipe out everything, right? Now it's a systematic intention to grandma had the house. And so now the taxes went up. Now grandma can't afford the house, right? So we got to get ahead of this. And this is one of the ways we're going to be able to do that because everybody needs it. And it's not expensive. You can help everybody around you, and it's going to be big and it works. And
Well,
you can
let, let, let me
the
let
money
me
you need.
ask
The
let,
money you need.
let me ask you the question in another way, sister. How can people join your great and powerful organization if they're listening to this and they say, you know what, this sounds good. I don't only want a patch, I want to be able to join the organization. Can they do that? What do they do?
Yeah, absolutely. They can visit us on Fridays, 75th and St. Lawrence at 1 p.m. They can reach out to me and email me, TBT Empowerment at gmail.com. And they can also text me, 773-206-6334. We could show them some options.
Okay. Now you know what? I've asked you so many questions. I'd like to ask you if that if there's something that I missed about your organization that you want to elaborate on, please, because this information, I'm loving it. I'm an old man. I might even get a patch. But if you want to elaborate on the other things that your wonderful and powerful things your organization do, please don't hold back. Please tell us,
Okay.
listening.
Yeah, yeah,
You have
yeah.
you have a captive audience. Go
Okay,
ahead.
thank you. So with TBT, we do a lot of things. So, for example, we have workshops that we hold. Okay, so we have the spiritual. Like I said, our whole focus is improving the community spiritually, ethically, morally, politically, financially, and ethically. Right. So with that, we have a lot of things going on. So, like I said, on Fridays, 1 p.m., we have that. That's the spiritual aspect. We have the financial aspect. We do workshops. So that's where I met you at a home buyers workshop we were doing at the public library, right? So we could actually fund housing, get them into a house or purchase a house or real estate investment. So we were able to do that. Also, we educate people about the life insurance and investments, right? So we do workshops on that. We just had one at the Croc Center, okay? Um, and so the other thing that we're doing is we do the stem cells, the stem cell activation, and then we have conversations, and we also have meetings at the Tinley Park Hotel. So
Now,
those are some of the extensions that we do. Yeah.
go ahead. I'm listening. You got to capture our audience. I'm listening.
Yeah, so we do that, and I know Ameena, she still has an extension of who we are, and she does work in the community with making sure that people. She deals with mothers, she deals with a healing as well with people in the community too, and reaching out to with youth and stuff like that.
Now, you know what? Now, for the global audience, if somebody is looking at this overseas, like Europe, Asia, Africa, the UK, can they join your organization from that location?
I am so glad that you mentioned that. This is why this stem cell activation is going to be so big. It's in 75 countries. 75 countries. And so you're not just limited to Chicago where you live, right? You might know somebody in Japan. You might know somebody in Europe. You might know somebody in Africa. And so now you get going with that. They love that stem cell activation. Everybody needs it. Nobody knows about it, right? And now you're able to help them help people and get compensated for them,
Yeah.
compensated for it.
Okay. So we already know, okay, within Chicago, New York, and California. Okay. But you're saying, wow, this is global. Okay.
Yes, yes,
So
sir.
you can't, like, can't be trivialized and say, I'm just in Chicago. You can help people worldwide. Did y'all hear that? Worldwide. And you can,
Worldwide.
yeah, that is I guess with the internet, that has made things, it's a global community. So you can't just be trivialized and say you're just in Chicago.
No,
With
sir.
the internet, you're all over the world. So you helping people all over the world then, right?
All over the world. And that's our vision. Our vision is to start traveling all over the world to be able to do and represent the creator in terms of, why we're here, right? And so we're an extension of healing and mercy to people. And that's what we do. So if we could travel around to be able to help heal people and to get them out of pain and show them a way through mercy to show them how to be self-reliant and independent, then the gratitude is going to be there.
Hey, can you tell us, can you say, you know what, you were saying a story about how the organization started out. And you had mentioned violence at Finger High School. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah.
Who was the brainchild? Who started this organization? What year did it start? And what motivated? Can you elaborate on that? Because I should have asked that at the beginning.
Yeah, so initially it was just shocking. It was just shocking in terms of, seeing this type of thing happen. And I don't understand everything, but what I do realize is that, we may have a plan, but the creator is the best of planners, right? In terms of implementing, what he wants done. So that whole incident extended to sorry, extended to the fact that now we need to stop this nonsense. We need people who have experience with people already, who have some knowledge about what's going on in the community and the issues that people deal with in the community, to be able to show them love and to get, to talk to them, to talk some sense into them, to be able to stop the nonsense, to know who they really are and why they're really here. So with that, it just extended with moving around. And then from that, through a public organization, they started the Interrupters. And then what made it so big was that a docket like yourself, a film producer, right, came and said, let's create a documentary about that. And it was really, really big. It was called The Interrupters. And that was about 2010, maybe something around those lines. So we were going out letting people know about that. And then also having solutions for them. And that was wealth, that's money, a way to be able to take care of yourself. And now we got the healing with that, the health aspect to be able to heal people.
Yeah. Well, you know what, sister? I thank you for coming on the Underground Railroad podcast and let people know. Let me put my cheap plug in. I do a television show that comes on every Saturday night at 10:30 on Can Television. But I've been asking you questions for 25 minutes, and perhaps there was something that you wanted to say, a specific message that you wanted to relay that I didn't give you the opportunity to do. So if you have some finishing, please.
Now, the only thing I want to say is that to get more information in terms of, just resources or how stem cell activation can help somebody or a loved one or yourself, you could just reach us. And that is, our number, 773-206-6334. My name is Ghaniyya. You could text me or you can reach out at TBT Empowerment at gmail.com.
Okay. And you know what? I would be remiss if I wouldn't say, you know what? I knew your father and your mother, and they are great people, and they love Islam. And I just have a lot of respect for your father. Your father is a scholar, was a scholar, and your mother, she's definitely a scholar.
Okay.
And I like to just say, hi, give them, not say hi, give my salams to them.
Okay.
They were great people, and your father was a great man, and he wrote a lot of good books that were informational, and he was intellect. And you know what? It's indeed a pleasure, and I hope that you will come back on the Underground Railroad podcast, which I had this on television, and thing is, can you please give out your information? I want y'all to get y'all pens, pencils, and crayons and write down the information. Can you please give out your pertinent information about how people can join this wonderful organization
Yeah, just
and get the patch?
okay, yeah. So once again, you can text me at 773-206-6334 or email me at tbtempowerment@gmail.com. Thank you so much, Raheem, for having me on your show. It was just a blessing to be able to do this with you. And, may you get more and more and more.
I mean, blessed. It's a blessing for me to have you to come on to disseminate the information, and I pray that I get some half in that for it. That's part of my motivation to do this show is getting some half in that, because
Yeah, we're going to get you some patches too.
it may be the very thing that may save me from the hellfires.
Yeah, and then I'm going to meet up with you so we can get you some patches.
All right, I'm doing it. So thank you, and you know what? I encourage people to share this video and join this organization. So if you got pains, sound like an info commercial. You got pains and you're suffering, and I say, you know what? Can you see that patch? Can you just explain one more time what that patch does? You know what? It sounded so good to these aches and pains that I have. Please.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nothing, no chemicals, no stimulants, nothing goes into your body. It's genius. It's just a vegan crystal in here that activates a light in your body. It bounces back in your body to activate something called copper peptide, which wakes up your stem cells. They said, I've been asleep. Woo! Where are we going? And they're going to go to the area in your body that you need it most to help and repair and regenerate your body.
Would you tell people that this is a little disclaimer? Would you tell people to always consult with your doctor? I always say that when they
absolutely does not treat, prescribe, or anything like that. No, nothing like that.
Okay. I just put that in there. That's all.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. So I want to thank you, and I hope that you will come back on the Underground Railroad podcast. And I will, once I get get the links and her pertinent information, that will be in the description. I want to thank you, sister, and to all the Islamic masters out there. Keep on doing what you're doing, no matter what religion you are. I guess you know what do what you do. All right. Thank you, sister, Miss Sister
Okay.
Latif, and salam alaikum to you.
Okay, well, excellent. Thank you.
All right. Gonna end this.